Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon to the respected speaker, honorable judge, and a member of the opposite team. In this special occasion, I'm Santy Yulia as a Prime Minister of the government team. Well, before we put forward our case today, I would like to define today's motion about this House belief that Indonesia should implement full paperless general election process. I want to explain what I talk about. First, about the current electoral system in Indonesia and why Indonesia should implement a full paperless election process, or often called digital-based e-voting election, as an alternative way that will be useful in the long term, starting from the benefit and challenges. Elections are the most important aspect of the modern democratic system, which is defined as the participation of the people in the administration of the state through the election of the official and their representative in the government. Most countries around the world hold the election regularly. For example, 30 countries held head of the government election in 2019, and 40 countries held legislative election in the same years. According to Sanjay and Ekta 2011, e-voting refers to a system in which voters cast their ballot using an electronic system instead of the paper ballots or mechanical machine to vote on the ballot papers. Once recorded, electronic votes are stored digitally and transferred from its electronic voting machine to a counting system. And there is another definition put forward by Santy 2007, which reveals that e-voting refers to the use of the computers or computerized voting equipment to cast ballot in the election. While Sanjay and Ekta 2011, e-voting is a simple electronic device used to record voters' vote to replace papers and ballot box used previously in the conventional voting system. Based on the definition, today I, as a Prime Minister, will be the first speaker on the government and will present one argument. Once again, our government strongly believe in the motion about this House believe that Indonesia should implement full paperless general election process. Dear ladies and gentlemen, first of all, why we agree with the motion? Because e-voting has the potential to not only modernize the electoral process, but also to improve interaction between citizen and government through information and communication technology, or ICT based, and a participation platforms. Sophisticated security measures must be put forward to address e-voting shortcomings, inherent transparency, and to increase trust in the new system for both voters and electoral authorities. And the implementation of the election in Indonesia, both legislative, regional head, and the presidential elections, still use manual method, namely by using paper or ballots. In the development science of the technology allows the modernization of the electoral procedures. Before that, Indonesian applied to method including the voting method applied in 2004. A voting election was considered ineffective and a various problem. Then in the 2009 election, the voting method in a bahasa mencoblos was replaced with the voting method in bahasa mencontreng. So, according to U.S. Embassy Jakarta political officer Eric W. Grove and the Chang Yung Kim, representative from South Korea explained these two methods help pause. First, there is correct the occurrence of fraud, allow irresponsible people to vote. Second, limited knowledge. Voters will sometimes cause votes to become invalid because they vote or vote not at the desired place. In addition, election using ballot have many shortcomings, starting from the shortage of ballots, like error in printing, damaged ballots, prone to fraud, the waste of state budget, and I agree with their opinions. Even in development countries, the system with ballots has long been abandoned. For example, in Brazil, using a machine or the electronic vote, the device integrate well with the surveillance system and other system. Therefore, as a conclusion, the government strongly agree that Indonesia should implement full paperless general election process because, as I previously mentioned, and then in terms of benefit and advantage in the general using e-voting is that the calculation of votes will be faster, can save the cost of printing ballots. Voting is a simpler and equipment can be used repeatedly to for election and regional election. Even according to the Agency for the Assessment Application of the Technology in 2014, on stated that e-voting in a regional election can be saved costs by up to 50%. In addition, reflecting on the case in the 2019 presidential elections, this choice can also anticipate the many calculities from the election committee due to fatigue, likewise anticipate obstacles such as a damage to ballot box during distribution of the regions. Thank you.